What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Aviation 767, and today we have the month of December Springfield International Airport update, a holiday update as we are nearing Christmas. We have a lot of action, cargo, domestic, international, you name it, we have a lot. So we're going to go and get started here with the American terminal. Starting off today's update, we have this American Boeing 777-200. He's just arriving in from London Heathrow, and he's going to be doing that turnaround back out there later today. Just adjacent to that 777, we have this American Airbus A321neo. He's just getting ready for pushback in around 15 minutes for a flight out to Knoxville. That's where he actually arrived in from last night around 9, and he overnighted at Springfield. Once again, he'll be making a departure out there momentarily. The time frame for this update is around 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Moving along, we have this American Boeing 737-800 in the One World special. He's gained some catering and fuel on board as he's just arrived in from Dallas-Fort Worth. Here arriving in from Philadelphia, we have this American Boeing 737-800 in the flagship Freedom livery. He's gained some fuel and luggage on the aircraft, and he's going to be doing that turnaround back out there around 35 minutes. Americans actually expanded to the 737-800. This was previously on the CRJ-900 2 times daily, but now they have switched to the American 737-800 2 times daily, still 1 in the morning and 1 in the later afternoon, as service and need for that route is increasing. Just next to that American, we have this U.S. Airways Airbus A319 in the old Piedmont retro livery. He's getting some luggage on the aircraft as he's going to be making a departure out to Charlotte this morning. Here taxiing to hold short of the runway, we have this UPS MD-11. He's going to be making a short hop over to Louisville. Holding short of the runway here, we have this U.S. Airways Airbus A330-300. He's going to be making a flight out to Honolulu, Hawaii this morning. Second in line for takeoff here, we have this U.S. Airways Express Embraer ERJ-145. He's going to be making a short flight over to Roanoke, Virginia. Here lined up for takeoff, we have this Qantas Airbus A380-800. He's going to be making a departure out to Sydney, Australia, as that is where he also arrived in from yesterday. Qantas has actually brought some of their flights down, as we are now only 3 times weekly on a Monday, Thursday, Saturday basis, as where we used to be basically daily except for Sundays. Taxiing to the runway from Terminal B, we have this JetBlue Airbus A320. He's going to be making a departure out to JFK. Just following that JetBlue, we have this Frontier Airbus A320ceo in the Griswold the Fluffy Bear livery. He's going to be making a flight out to Denver, Colorado this morning. Shifting back over to Concourse A, we have this American Boeing 757-200 getting some fuel onto the aircraft as he is just about to depart out to LAX. Springfield has gotten an expansion over the last 4 months. They've been working on it. It's finally here. This expansion brings 9 new gates, 4 domestic and 5 regionals to the airport. This is very much needed as American wants to keep growing their base here and expanding outward. So really beneficial, and it's very nice to have 5 regional gates, as that is something we've always looked for and never had, but now we have it. So this is a huge benefit as we are a big regional hub, but also a good mainline hub. So really good to expand on both ends there, and this new piece of the terminal should serve really well in the upcoming years. Starting our first aircraft of the new expansion, we have this American Airbus A321neo. He's going to be getting ready for a pushback for a flight out to Miami, and he arrived in from Chicago last night around 10 p.m. Moving on to our new regional area, we have this American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175 pulling into gate as he's just arrived in from DCA. With the new expansion of the terminal, there's also an expansion of a route here at Springfield. This is going to be on the Embraer ERJ-170, and it's going to be serviced to Cleveland 3 times weekly. And it's going to be served on a Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday basis. So exciting news there. So with that being said, we have this U.S. Airways Express Embraer ERJ-170 getting some luggage off the aircraft as he just arrived in from Cleveland. Moving down the line, we have this American Eagle CRJ-700 getting some catering on the aircraft as he's going to be making a short flight down to Raleigh-Durham. And finishing off the regionals for Concourse A, we have this American Eagle Embraer ERJ-145 getting some fuel and catering onto the aircraft as he's going to be making a flight up to Bangor, Maine. Arriving in from St. Thomas, we have this American Airbus A320. I do want to point out one quick thing is these two back gates are hybrid gates, so we can have a domestic flight or a international flight, and that can fluctuate depending on the day, but overall really beneficial for the airport to be able to add 2 more gates and have them be either or for whatever flight is coming in if we were to not have enough room for that flight at another gate. So really cool to see that, and it should be a huge thing to develop in the future. Here pushing back, we have this American Airbus A319 with Sharklets. He's pushing back for a flight out to Charleston, South Carolina. This is also a new route to Springfield. It is going to be served 2 times daily on a 3 times weekly basis out of Saturday, Monday, and Thursday. So this is something we've been aiming for around six months, I'd say, and really good to finally get this service in to get down to South Carolina. Finishing off Concourse A, we have this American Airbus A330-300. He's just arrived in from Munich. Taxiing to the runway, we have this UPS 757-200. He is making a departure out to Miami this morning. And just following behind that UPS, we have this Delta Airbus A321 with Sharklets. He's going to be making a departure out to Atlanta. Taxiing to the runway, we have this United Express CRJ 550. He's going to be making a departure out to Dallas this morning, and from there he'll be heading to Chicago. Starting off Concourse B today, we have this Breeze A220 getting some fuel onto the aircraft. He's going to be making a flight over to Richmond. And moving along, we have the Southwest 737 MAX 8 with split scimitars. He's getting some catering onto the aircraft as he's just arrived in from Phoenix. Getting some luggage onto the aircraft, we have this JetBlue Airbus A320. He's going to be making a departure out to Boston, and this is actually a route that JetBlue has upped at Springfield. Used to be 2 times weekly, once daily. Now they've expanded to 3 times weekly, once daily on a Saturday, Monday, Tuesday basis. So pretty interesting to see that. Here arriving in from Orlando Sanford, we have this Allegiant 737 MAX 8 with split scimitars. Like I said, he's just arriving in from Orlando Sanford, and he's going to be taxiing the gate and staying here for around 2 hours, and he's going to be making a departure out to Sarasota later today. Moving back over the terminal, we have this United 737 MAX 8 with split scimitars once again. This model, personally to me, is one of my favorites. It's by NG models, so if you want to pick it up, you can. I just think the colors and everything with Star Wars on it looks incredible. So definitely one of my top models. Anyways, he's just arriving in from Chicago O'Hare. And here taxiing, we have this Delta Connection CRJ 700. He's just arrived in from JFK. Here getting ready for pushback, we have this United Express Embraer ERJ 170. He's going to be making a departure out to Newark this morning. Yet again, another Southwest 737 MAX 8 with split scimitars in the MU1 livery. He's getting some fuel onto the aircraft as he's just about to depart out to Chicago Midway. Here pushing back, we have this Delta Airbus A320. He's going to be making a departure out to Detroit this morning. Here arriving in from Jacksonville, Florida, we have this Delta Boeing 717. He's just arrived in from there, and he's going to be taxiing the gate and then departing back out there around 4 p.m. later today. Jacksonville is a new route that Delta has added to Springfield. This is on a twice weekly, 1 time daily rotation on Wednesday and Saturday. So really nice to see that there, and them wanting to expand their airline here at Springfield too. Over to the cargo apron, here we have this Prime Air Boeing 737-800. He's getting some of the last packages on board, and he's going to be making a departure out to Minneapolis. Moving on to our international concourse, or Concourse C, we have this United Boeing 777-300. He's getting ready for pushback out to San Francisco, and yesterday evening he arrived in from London Heathrow. Moving down the line, here we have this Lufthansa Boeing 747-400. He's arriving in from Frankfurt, and he's going to be doing that turnaround back out there later today around 2:30. And just beside that Lufthansa, we have yet another Queen of the Skies. We have a KLM Boeing 747-400. She's just arrived in from Amsterdam, and now she's getting some catering and soon to be luggage taken off of the aircraft. and she's going to be doing that turnaround back out to Amsterdam around 2:10 p.m. Just pushing back here, we have this Delta Airbus A330-300. He's going to be making a departure out to Star Valley this morning. Finishing off the update here today, we have this Air France Airbus A330-200. He's just arrived in from Paris Charles de Gaulle, and he'll taxi over to Concourse C and depart back out there later today around 3:30. I hope you guys enjoyed the update. A lot of models and a lot of variety. If anything, this update really sparked me to bring more to the channel, as I've kind of been on a lull, and this video definitely sparked a motor in me to keep going and keep posting airport updates or spotting videos. So there's a lot more to come, don't worry, I'm not anywhere close to done. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe. That would be an awesome Christmas present for me. But apart from that, have a great day, guys. God bless. Bye.